What the fuck happened to rap? The same genre who stood up against the white man and talked about giving back to its community is now co-signing a racist white, or shall I say orange, man. Tupac is rolling in his grave right now. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I am of course talking about rappers like Lil Wayne, Lil Pimp, and 50 Cent co-signing Donald Trump. Even the fuck the police rapper Ice Cube. Now, don't be fooled, apart from Ice Cube, these other motherfuckers are worried about their pockets, not people of color. Ice Cube was used as a pawn by the Trump administration. These other rappers are just claiming to be working with Trump on a plan to help black people weeks before the election when they had 4 years to do so. Cube, on the other hand, was in talks with Trump at the beginning of this year. It only came to light now because the Trump administration wanted the black vote. Cube has never endorsed Trump and was trying to help his people. It's just a shame that Trump used Cube as a pawn in this race. Now, Lil Pump, on the other hand, has been clout chasing like a motherfucker by openly supporting Donald Trump all of a sudden. In a recent rally, he was brought on stage by Donald Trump, who referred to the rapper as Lil Pimp.
And speaking of sound, music, and other things, one of the big superstars of the world, Lil Pimp. There he is. How's it going? Do you want to come up and say something? Come on. Little Pump. Come on. Come on up here. Come on up here. Does everyone know who he is? Do you know how big he is? Come on up here. That's a nice hat. Come on, say something.
Hello, everybody. How you guys feeling? I come here to say, Mr. President, I appreciate everything you've done for our country. You brought the troops home, and you're doing the right thing. MAGA 2020. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. And do not vote for Sleepy Joe at all.
Thank you. That's great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That's very nice. Big star. Big star. That's very impressive.
Now, if you're like me, you probably lost hella brain cells listening to that. And honestly, this is kind of smart on Lil Pump's end because prior to him supporting Donald Trump so much on his Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, nobody even knew this nigga existed anymore. His music career was fucking dead. He wasn't making no hits. He wasn't making no money. I mean, truly, all this shit that's happened in 2020, I have not heard shit about Lil Pump prior to now. But Lil Pump's clout chasing might have backfired on him long term. He's lost 300,000 followers on Instagram and they are increasing by the hour. Like I said, that clout chasing might have cost him his already dying career. In mid-October, another rapper urged his followers to vote for Donald Trump, and I am of course talking about the get rich or die trying rapper 50 Cent. 50 Cent, who posted on Instagram and Twitter urging his followers to vote for Trump, criticized Biden's tax rate plan, which would raise taxes on the rich. And this shouldn't come as no surprise. The get rich or die trying rapper has made it obvious that he will do anything to get or stay rich, and that includes dying. 50, who has been known to troll, has since withdrawn his support, tweeting out "fuck Donald Trump." A little bit smarter than Lil Pump, probably realized it was not good for his image, career, or brand. And he has even criticized Lil Wayne after the Young Money rapper had a photo shoot with the president stating that 50 Cent stating that he would never have taken no picture with that man. And as much as I clown Eminem, Eminem has never done no coon shit like this. Matter of fact, he's been vocal since day one that is fuck Donald Trump, which you gotta love because most of his fan base are Trump dick riders. So, after posing with Trump, Wayne stated that he had a great meeting with the Cheeto man who can get it done for the black community. And Wayne has since been dumped by his model girlfriend who didn't agree with his actions. And first of all, if I'm 5'4" like Lil Wayne, I'm not posing next to no 6'3" ass nigga like Donald Trump. Also, how did Wayne go from saying fuck George Bush to denouncing Black Lives Matter and meeting with Trump? And yo, regardless of all this shit, I'm still a huge Wayne fan. I still view him as the greatest rapper alive, and he's had the biggest impact on my career. But this should really come as no surprise. I mean, he's been famous, he's been rich since 9, he's been in a different tax brackets than all of us, and I mean, he was saved by a police officer when he was 9 and shot himself, or 12 or whatever. He tells a story every fucking year, really every 3 fucking months. But for those of you who haven't heard the story, about 12 years old, Lil Wayne shot himself in the chest, and a white policeman, walked in and picked him up, took him to the hospital personally, didn't call no ambulance, saved his life. So, of course, Wayne feels differently towards what's going on in the world, what's going on in America than the rest of us. Like I said, his judgment's clouded. He's been sipping lean and he's had different life experiences than us. I'm not making no excuses for the rapper. I'm just trying to give you a peep into his mind. I mean, this is the same man, when questioned about Black Lives Matter, said he didn't want to hear that shit. That he's a prime example that Black Lives Matter because he's a rich man who America loves. That's Wayne for you, and these aren't the first rappers to endorse Trump. The first to do so came in the form of Kanye West, who is now running against Donald Trump. 2020 can't get any weirder. Kanye, however, did better than the other third-party candidates, receiving 60,000 votes in the only 12 states he was on the ballot for, whereas third-party candidates made up to about 1.5% this year versus the 5% in 2016. And, like I said, Donald Trump was endorsing the fuck out of Trump for a couple years now, and all of a sudden he's running. So what was the purpose of Kanye running against the man he endorsed for so long? Well, his stated policy provisions included returning prayer to schools and criminal justice reform. But above it all, his brand seemed to have been the biggest winner. After receiving global headlines and putting out Vote Kanye merch, you gotta make that money somehow during these troubling times. Expect to see Kanye run again in 2024, and if you don't believe me, take it from this Kanye West tweet where he tweeted out, "Well, Kanye 2024. Now, what Kanye did prove this election is that there are voters, including the 60,000 who voted for him, who do not relate to either party of the two-party system. And as Mike Muse said it best, those 60,000 people are part of an awakening that the status quo can't continue. That the way we select candidates, the policies they have, and the style of campaigning is something we need to talk about. Now, who knows? Maybe I'll vote for the man next time. It can't be any worse than 2016 or 2020's election." And I have to agree with Mike Muse because I know several people here in bumfuck Arkansas that voted for Kanye West because they weren't fucking with Trump and they weren't fucking with Biden. And some of these people voted for Trump the first time around. If that's not saying something, I don't know what is.